Good morning, dear students. So let's begin today's session. Today's date is 8 November 2025, and this is the slide of the Indian Express newspaper. And let's begin today's session. I already informed about today's session in the shorts. So let's begin today's session. We will going to read all the important headlines of today's session. Okay. So Fadnavis says no one will be spared. Seal raid cancelled Pawar. Botanical garden to IT park to sale. Land linked to Ajit Pawar's son was government property. Okay. Says India has largely stopped buying Russian oil. Trump hint at India. Visit next year Quad summit has to wait. Okay. PM targets Congress over Vande Mataram key stanzas dropped still face divisive mindset. Rewards rain for World Cup star cash brands jobs and promises to lift a father's suspension. Trump hint at India visit next year Quad summit has to wait. Okay. Remove stray dogs from public places, shift them to shelter Supreme Court. Okay. This is the second page and this is the detailed explanation of the front page. So read it if you want to know detailed news. Okay. This is about the city, whereas Wall Air Chalk's capital SEAM announces 3-month experiment from November 15. Coming staggered hour for government, MCD staff, transport, farm, fires, keep air very poor. Fruit seller by the day, bank robber by night, mastermind of major heist held. Okay, what admin to listen? When we approach them, not avoid us. Aditi Misra, JNU SU President. Chaitanya Nanda, withdrawal bail, plea in molestation case. Not a cyber attack. Tag glitch at Delhi airport delay at least 600 flights. NGOs say they do not have the capacity to act on Supreme Court's dog order. Okay, heard at JNU. How will we let them go? Okay, headless body found in drain. 5 police teams set up in track killer. Bird flu test negative. Delhi Zoo opens today. 12-year-old dies in hit and run accident. 100 Atal canteens to be launched. Plan to expand metro abroad. Manohar Lal. Okay. Rajendra Nagar coaching death. LG node of action against 2 DFS officer in negligence charge. Okay. Road rage in incident in Dwarka. Okay, where FIR, first information report, the full form of FIR is lost edge card, grage another. Okay. British national facing deportation escape from airport immigration area. Rule in favor of Delhi's Carnatic Cafe. Court restrained Bangalore eatery from using Carnatic mark. Vande Bharat expand its horizon toward Vikshit Bharat. This is the slide of Bihar Assembly election. And let's see what will happen. Everywhere only Bajpa, Bajpa, Bajpa. Let's see who won. Those raising it must explain we don't understand it. Few takers for vote chori pitch on Rahul Yatra route. After record Bihar turnout, people trust that Narendra Nitish will deliver, say PM. BJP leaders who voted in Delhi also voted in Bihar. Say Rahul. Okay. Split High Court verdict on Rashid's plea for waiver of cost to attend house. This is about the nation where ED arrest one more in bank loan fraud case. Okay, PM Bhutan visit likely soon. Energy connectivity on table. Cyber fraudster change letter in email ID to form of 30 lakh. This is also about the nation where the Maharashtra was ordered to form team comprising both Hindu and Muslim officer. Akola clashes. Supreme Court verdict split on plea against special intensive OSIR. Full form is special intensive revision. Tell me the full form of SIT. Composition. Former Aligarh mayor kept under digital arrest. FIR filed. Haryana top cop wanted to unmask gangster life in jail. No glamour in crime. Shouldn't carry burden of son being accused. Supreme Court tells AI 171 pilot's father. Resume Narega. MGNE MGNREJ. It's Manrega. Why it's Narega work in Bengal? High Court to center. Okay, means High Court said to center that they have to resume Narega work in West Bengal. Okay, it's Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. The full form of Manrega is this, and it is started from 2005 by the government. Okay, so it guarantees 100 days employment. Okay, to the worker. Renowned astrophysicist, he was one of the IUCAA founder. Finally, we are at the editorial page. The worldly wise. We won't have a society we destroy the environment. Okay. So PK is holier than though politics has a challenge and an opportunity. Suhas Palshikhar, the real question that the election will answer is not if PK will be a main player in the state, but whether post Bihar he can strive to be a significant player outside Bihar. Okay. So in Bihar electoral contest this time, the future of Prashant Kishore, where Jan Suraj Party is being talked about. Okay, an unknown, untested player often generate more curiosity. Curiosity means the eager to know something. Okay, so the interest in the performance can also be due to the holier than do attitude in keeping its distance from Bihar's two main political blocs. Okay, so in the past 4 decades, the emergence of Telugu Desam Party and not many parties have breached threshold dramatically. Tell me the meaning of threshold, or even gradually. The Assam Ghana Parishad did capture power in Assam's 1985 election, but that was mainly in the backdrop of bitter and popular movement in the state over an evocative issue. The BSP took almost a quarter of a century to win UP on its own, while more recently the AAP rode on the combination of media hype, anti incumbency, and urban middle class sensibilities. Parties that easily cross the threshold are either so-called dynastic party breakaway fraction of establishment force or the Trinamool Congress, Biju Janata Dal or Nationalist Congress Party. Okay, these all are the dominant party or after its decline. So in Bihar, new entrants have always legit Janta family of parties or claimed to the Mandal heritage. Okay, so here so far also deftly avoid any specific response to the Hindutva argument of BJP. So the party continues to grow for a suitable political platform outside of two ideological nodes. Okay, so the social justice ideology has practically run its course in Bihar. The current rant over Ghuspetias is testimony to the fact that the BJP has to invent new stories of victimhood, a combination of homogenizing Hindu identity and anti-mirror minority plank. Okay, so it's all about the Prashant Kishore and the election that is happening in Bihar and how all the thing, whatever is going to happening there, can change the system of Bihar. So this total news is all about that Bihar's election and everything. So read it in detail. You will get a genuine idea what is happening there, and the author just try to compare with the Bihar's election party or political parties with other parties in all over India. Okay, there the Jan Suraj party means other party this type of other party name is written here. Okay, so read it in detail. COP30 must address the most vulnerable. The city of ambition has a new overload who understands it. This is the age of fintech, but try breaking an FD. Hmm. This is the idea page. Read it in detail. It will give you genuine idea what is happening in the economy, and it will improve your English speaking power so that you can easily use any word, or you can easily become much more confident in English. Okay, so I think it's about nation, where the panel seeks higher protection of rhesus macaque under Wildlife Act. Plants across Chanjithan Cold Desert Sanctuary and Karakoram Wildlife Sanctuary. So Wildlife Board panel clears 12 key defense project in Ladakh. Supreme Court flags issue in property registration, says examine blockchain tech. Maoist leadership crack widen, Politburo member condemns ceasefire. Supreme Court dismisses plea against demolition of mosque in Ujjain. High Court clears way for Huda trial in 2015 Manesar land case. HAL GE Inc. deal for supply of engine to power Tejas. Encourage new experiment said by Nitin Gadkari to research at Indian Road Congress. Okay. Body of a student from Rajasthan found in Russian dam after 19 days. Can seek probe. This is about the world where the Maldives is acquiring military aircraft next year museum. China commissioned its most advanced carrier. Kazakhstan to join Abraham Accords with Israel. Trump. Explosion rock. mosque in Indonesian school in G55. UNSC remove sanction on Syria's president. Scam center in Southeast Asia are on this or on rise despite continuous crackdown. So the another slide is about the economy, where it says forward-looking ECL provisioning will help early recognition of deterioration. Deterioration means destroy in assets quality. Okay, deterioration, the meaning of disastrous or destroy or making it worst. Deteriorate means end of curve. Acquisition, financing by bank to aid real growth, RBI GUV. Okay, so tell me the name of SBI chairman. We already talked about the name in yesterday's newspaper. Tell me. I think it says Challa Shetty. I don't know the middle name, but the name is Challa Shetty. Okay, so the governor is Sanjay Malhotra. And who is the governor of? Mm, I think I already asked some question regarding yesterday's news, and at that slide I also asked a question about something which is related to, I think, the governor of RBI. Okay, I think the same question, and the answer is Sanjay Malhotra. RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra on Friday said central bank proposal to allow bank to finance acquisition will boost real economy and will come with guardrails, ensure safety in banking system. Okay, so it acquisition finance is acknowledged as an integral element involved financial system. It helps in better allocation of financial resources. So Malhotra said NBFC and bond market are already allowed to provide such funding. He said at the SBI Banking and Economic Conclave, the RBI had announced easing of acquisition financing and several other measures to boost credit flow and economy last month. Okay? So the removal of restriction on bank will benefit the real economy, he said. The proposed guardrails like limiting bank funding to 70% of deep deal value, limit on debt to equity ratio, aggregate exposure, limits relative to tier 1. Okay, so the RBI governor said Sanjay Malhotra, on the proposal to enhance limit for lending individual against securities, rationalize norms for lending to capital market intermediaries, or part of normal process of review. Okay, so loan to value sensitive to the risk of underlying securities, he said. So loan against debt instrument while retaining the regulatory limits for equity instrument recognize the fundamental difference between two instruments from risk perspective. So an additional confronting factor is that only listed investment and grade debt securities are proposed to be permitted as collateral. Okay, so RBI governor mainly practicing will establish the supervisory toolkit in vastly improve the this framework was instituted almost a decade ago in a very different financial environment. So large exposure framework LAF at the bank level has grappling with elevated levels of stress, which is no longer the case, he said. Financial intermediation into a sophisticated and layered system enable fintech and NBFC now resume a greater role in in sourcing and originating development of capital market and credit risk. Okay, so this is the thing how they mainly talk about the finance and the economy. Okay, Elon Musk $1 trillion payout trigger a raging debate fear over key man risk. Why Nvidia's Jensen Huang said China is going to win the AI race. DeepSeek researcher pessimistic over AI's impact on jobs. This is about the review. Finally, its explanation page where it explains the climate, global GDP graph data perspective. Okay, where states stand on revenue collection before and after GST. So everything is written here. Read it in detail. So finally, we end today's session of news, and the session is too short. So read each and everything in detail. And if you have any doubt, then please comment down. I will provide you the PDF and the doubt solution. Okay, and the solution of that doubt. So thank you for watching. Bye. Like, share, and subscribe.